right, well, our nights are about to get super busy with people going back to work full time and kids going to school. So, you know what? Dinner on a weeknight should be an afterthought. And Milk Street's Chris Kimball showed us how to make a perfect pesto dish. I'm very excited about this dish we're about to cook because it's all the things I love. Pistachios, ricotta. Typically, I put that together in a cannoli, but we're making something else, right?
I like the way you say ricotta. You're a pro. Yeah, well done.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, pesto. There are thousands of pestos, as you know, right? It's not just basil and pine nuts and Parmesan. So you can make it with any kind of nut. We have pistachios, today from Sicily. We have some Parmesan. We have ricotta, of course, and we have some basil. We also have chives. So it's just nuts, cheese, olive oil, right? And that means there are thousands of choices and it all gets done in a matter of seconds almost. So we're going to start with a rigatoni. There's a pound of that. Very often in Italy, they use less water than we do. You can use 4 quarts if you want. I tend to use a lot less than that. And the reason is the starch comes out of the pasta into the water. And when you use that water to help make your sauce, which you often do, like in a pesto,
yes.
It's starchier, right? And that starch helps bind the pesto or the sauce together. So that's just a good tip. You can use as little as 2 quarts for a pound of pasta.
Really?
Yeah, but if you think about it, if you go to a restaurant, let's say they have a big pot of water, well, they're making hundreds of portions of pasta over the evening. So there's a lot of starch in that water. So that's really good. So now this is the world's simplest recipe. We have 1.3 cups of ricotta, which is also, from Sicily. We have 3/4 cup of pistachios. These are not salted and they're not roasted. So they're just raw because this is a fresh pesto. 2 ounces of Parmesan. You just cut into chunks because hopefully your blender is good enough to do that. Hopefully, yeah. A couple tablespoons of olive oil, of course. A little salt and pepper. And we have 1/2 cup of basil.
Fresh basil.
Right. Yeah, right. We're not doing it right.
Is ricotta always in pesto? No, correct?
No, usually it's a hard cheese like Parmesan, or you could use pecorino. But this is a creamy pesto.
Ooh,
and ricotta is a little bit different. Now, Italians do make a sauce with ricotta, but you're right. For a traditional pesto, it's a little different. Now
but this is a Chris Kimball special, so we're adding the ricotta.
It's a Chris Kimball special. That's what they call it at home, a Chris Kimball special. Now this is going to make a lot of noise.
Yeah.
Good. So we'll let this pasta. We have some ready to go.
And is the rigatoni important? Is it important to have like the big fat noodle for this?
Yeah. What's nice is it traps the creamy pasta sauce inside, right?
Yum.
So this is, if you have that kind of a creamy sauce, it's nice. Now you can add more of this water, reserve water. Always reserve about 1.5 cups of water when you cook pasta, if you're making a sauce where you're going to use it. Okay, so
awesome. So good. Let's talk about Tuesday nights. It was really set up as a weeknight cook, right?
Yeah, the concept was these are recipes you can make during the week. Get home at 5 or whatever. You get dinner on the table by 6 or whatever. The recipes are divided into fast, faster, or fastest, but essentially 45 minutes, half an hour, and then under half an hour. And there's no reason if you travel the world up to like Sicily, like this recipe, there's no reason you can't get food on the table quickly if you start with big flavors like this, right?
Yeah.
With the herbs and the ricotta and the cheese. So you don't need long, slow Northern European style cooking. You can get food on the table really quickly. And that's the point of Tuesday night. So
I love that.
I think I just have to try this.
I mean, listen, you can heat something up or you can make that beautiful dish. It's so good. You're making me jealous eating it.
This is really good. I'm telling you.
It's not fair.
Oh, man. Well, yeah, it turns out there's no relationship between hard and good in the kitchen, right? I mean, it can be easy and delicious. It can be difficult and delicious, but you don't have to spend hours, and it doesn't have to be hard to do, and you don't have to have years of technique or cooking school. Just have the right ingredients, fresh ingredients, and it's not hard.
It was torture watching him eat that pesto without me. But hey, listen, we've got the recipe on our website so we can all make it at home too. I'll be making mine gluten-free, but it looks delicious.